Welcome back to Bissell Maple Farms YouTube channel. I am Nate. We got a treat for you. We got Jonathan, Danny, Dan, and we're heading to Hard Drive Marine to take a tour of one of the most unique boat systems I've ever seen. And we were fortunate enough last night to be able to go out and enjoy some picking up some crab pots, which was cool. Never done that before. And I think you'll enjoy this. This is a unique boat, has very specific applications that are unique, and he does custom builds. And Tom Day does not have a sales problem, that's for sure. He's got a unique enough product and demand that, quite frankly, he doesn't need this video. But, you know, we're making it for you guys, our viewers, and anybody who is interested down the road in a hard drive marine boat. This is for you.
Pink side.
Morning, Tom.
Good morning, Danny.
How you
Good
doing?
morning, Nate. Good morning, John.
Morning. John boy.
John boy.
Look at this.
How'd you guys sleep?
Everybody slept well.
Oh yeah, slept pretty good.
Everybody, he was out. This one.
Yeah.
Not a no. He did talk to us though. Talks in his sleep a bit. And by the time I get my camera going, I can't. He's done talking.
Right.
Oh yeah.
To prove that it happened.
Right. Right.
All right. Well,
Overhead
this
cranes.
is a new place that we just moved into just under 2 years ago. And we quadrupled our footprint.
What was in here before?
This was a company that made fiberglass containers and culverts and things like that.
I got you. So they had big presses and.
Yeah, they were doing layup on fiberglass, so they were making gigantic tubes, big, plumbing and pipeline sort of stuff. But
So you have, how many projects do you have going on right now?
right now we've got the one that's in the harbor, that's still in
The test,
progress.
the one you were testing?
Yeah, and then we've got this one, that one, that one, that one, and another one over there. So we've got 6 going on right now.
Look at these welds. Just look at them. Like perfect beads. I noticed about every foot, there's like a little dot.
Yeah, that's a stop and start.
And is that human or machine that does that?
No, that's human.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to, if you weld too much at one time, the heat builds up.
It'll buckle it or something?
Yeah, it gets distorted.
I gotcha. So this is to make sure that the integrity of the boat stays.
Yeah, so this is called the back step. So they'll weld this one, and then they'll weld this one, and then they'll weld.
So they go from colder aluminum
Yeah.
to the warmer aluminum.
Yeah, because if you try to push it like this, it'll distort it, and it'll push this thing off its
I bet you learned that lesson the hard way, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a 4011. This is our most popular.
40 foot, 11 wide?
Yep. Yep, the 4011. So that's a 4011. This is a 4011. This is going to be the company boat. So this is a demo boat. I was telling you about how we always sell them before we finish them. So this is
So every time you almost have a company boat,
yeah.
you end up selling it.
Yeah, somebody comes in
I
and
got you.
offers us more than
You're just like, fine.
Okay. And this is a 4412. So
A little wider.
yeah, similar to the one we were on last night, except for 2 feet longer. And this will have triple 300 Suzuki outboards. And this will feature one of our other patented products, which is the Jack's cab.
The one that slides.
Yeah, that's the cabin
cool.
that moves back and forth.
Yeah, that is cool. And that's just for weight distribution if you're going to put something on there?
It was originally so that when the weather is really rough, you want to be on the back of the boat. And then when you want to fish, you got to do that on the back of the boat. Well, now the cabin's in the way.
Gotcha.
So you move the cabin out. That was the initial reasoning for it. But then we found out that you can distribute your weight, change your center of gravity, and one of the big things is that it quiets the sound while traveling. because the harmonics of the hull are now isolated because it's only pinned on four corners instead of being welded to the boat.
No kidding.
So it's super, super quiet inside the cabin.
Now, when you walk these boats right up on shore, that's what's coming in contact, that hull. Is that called the hull?
Yeah.
That base there, that
Yeah, and this one doesn't have it on yet, but this is a skid plate.
so it's built
Yeah, that's purpose.
like if you hit a rock.
Yeah, that thing is the hull, the keel itself is probably.
So you're talking this guy here.
And then that's another 1/4 inch skid plate that goes over the 1/4 inch hull. So the hull right there is 1/2 inch thick.
I got you.
Yeah. So we have a customer in Greenland that actually breaks ice with the boat.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And he actually uses,
Do you use this to do it too?
uses the max gate to break it too.
No
So
kidding.
we've got a video of that where he'll come up on the ice and it's probably about 4 inches thick, and he'll put the max gate down
And then
put
just
all the
chip
weight
it
of the
away.
boat on it, and it'll bust off a sheet of ice, and it'll go more. And we've got a video of him that he's got a hunting cabin in northern, north of Nuuk, Greenland, and he can't get to it for about 8 weeks out of at the beginning of the season because you can't walk on the ice because it's too thin, but you can't take anything else through it. So now the boat can plow a pathway to his hunting cabin.
Icebreaker.
Yeah, it's an icebreaker.
What you were saying on the way in, like why would this be more popular in Canada? With some of the islands and fishing trips you could go.
Right. So the places I've been up in Canada, they wouldn't need anything this large. They would need something that could transport a couple of ATVs. Now there are some John boats, larger John boats on the market, but
They unload and load everything physically off the edge of the boat.
they have ramps that go off the front of the John boat. They're like
I got you.
24-foot John boats. But I could definitely see something, I hadn't been up to that part of Canada in a while, but that was one of their big issues is that they were taking conventional boats and figuring
Modifying.
ways
Yeah.
to get equipment because the islands themselves where the camps are, they don't have any roads. So the need for a truck is non-existent. But a four-wheeler or even getting a snowmobile over there during non-snow season would be something that they would want to get over there and do.
Yeah.
But yeah, these and I got, how long have these been on the market, roughly? Would you say? I mean, you said you've been doing it for 40 years, but
Well, you mean landing crafts in general?
yeah,
or-
where people obviously they have a military application,
Right.
But when did the market really started to kind of expand?
Well, to be honest with you, it really started during COVID because everybody needed to reinvent themselves because now they had these massive restrictions. And so we found people that said, hey, we just want to get away from everything and we need one of these. And so that's really, because prior to COVID, we couldn't give these away. I mean, the price on them was really reasonable. We weren't making a whole lot of margin. And then once COVID hit, we thought we were done, but it actually gave us a boost. It gave us a shot in the arm, and we couldn't keep them in stock. So that's what, these ones, we've sent 2 down to the Caribbean, and both of those were for, billionaires that bought private islands that wanted to get away from the rest of society. So, and they needed something like this to do it.
When I first saw these, Tom, I think it was a Facebook post, and I kept thinking of Saving Private Ryan, the soldiers coming onto the beaches of Normandy, and you actually started giving me some history last night, a little bit about that. Can you go into that a little bit?
Well, yeah, that's when it was Higgins. I don't remember his first name, but he was an interesting guy, and he had this idea of, making the front end of the boat drop down and be able to load and offload. And the first boats, Higgins boats, were plywood, I believe. And then he got a contract with the U.S. military, and those were the boats that landed at Normandy on D-Day. And without those, the outcome of that battle probably would have been way different.
Because you're saying it's shallow there.
Very shallow, yeah.
Even out, like the big boats are
Yeah,
out.
the big ships were way, way offshore. And it was only the Higgins boats that were able to deliver, you know, the soldiers and armament and stuff to the beach.
So the boat we were on last night, 16,000 pounds. How shallow of water can you go in with like a boat that size?
Well, that really depends on
Your tolerance for risk.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So some people are very, you know, cautious about it, but we've been in, you know, probably, well, the stern of the boat's going to draw about 25 inches of water, so that's probably your threshold. Once the stern gets, you know, dry, you're going to be hanging out until the next tide.
I got you.
But even if, you know, you're very shallow and a lot of the boat is out of the water, the max gate can push you back in.
So help me with the lingo. Bow,
Stern,
stern, and then there's port and
starboard.
port and starboard. Okay.
Yeah.
So port's the left side if you're facing out.
That's correct. And the best way to remember that is that port and left both have 4 letters.
Ah, that'll help.
Yeah, that
That'll
helps.
help all of us.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you've got one almost complete over here.
Yeah, this is this should be going in the water. Oh, maybe by the end of next week. This time next week, that should be going in the water.
What model is this one?
This is a. Yeah, good question.
It looks a little smaller than the other ones.
This is a smaller one. This is believe it's a 3410.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this is.
I noticed it's, you know, the width of the trailer. I thought to myself, this isn't the same size as what we were on. You need a different trailer for that one.
Yeah. This, this is a local, a couple of families that live here locally that have a beachfront property and they need access to it, and this is going to give them that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is the trailer going with it?
Actually, no, because they're local.
Okay.
Local purchase, and so that's actually the trailer for the company boat.
I got
We're
you.
going to keep
I got you.
this time.
Unless somebody comes along and says, hey, I need a trailer. And
Everything's I need a boat. Yeah. So. So this is the Honda 250.
250s, okay.
Yeah.
Last night they were 350s.
Yeah, 350s.
Is that the horsepower?
Yeah, that's the horsepower. And then this is a new system that we've done it on a few boats, and we call it a stern anchor. And basically, you can, when you're coming into shore about 150 feet offshore, you can drop your anchor, go to shore, unload everything, and then you tie a line to your bow, and then with a remote control, you pull the boat back out to the anchor, and then the boat can stay there.
So if the tide rises or whatever.
Yeah, and then so it's on its anchor, and then when you need the boat back, you release the anchor and pull it back.
And then just the waves will bring it back to the beach?
No, you have a line on it.
Oh, that's right.
Tied to
Okay.
the beach, you know, so you pull the line.
I got you.
And so you bring the boat back to shore and then load up and then take off.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Huh. That's like remote start or something that just saves you a little time.
Yeah, well, that way you don't have to have a little dinghy to run
Gotcha.
yourself back and forth. You can.
One more thing to worry about and fix and
Exactly.
haul around.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. So percentage complete on this guy. I mean, he looks 80%.
99.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's ready to go. It just needs props and some of the graphics. So this entire boat is going to be vinyl wrapped.
Very cool.
So they're going to do a navy blue vinyl wrap on the entire boat with the shark mouth up forward.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you actually make these windows yourself?
No, these are manufactured.
Okay. And then you cut the hole in aluminum,
Yeah, we cut
size it, and put it in.
That's correct. Yeah, yeah. We send the dimensions to the company. They manufacture all the windows to our specifications.
Very cool. This is pretty thick off the back of this boat here. Is this 1/2 inch?
Yeah, that's 1/2 inch plate.
So this is like what the motors would mount to?
Yeah,
So this is 1/2 inch aluminum plate.
correct.
Wow. Is there a certain grade? Like you can't just use any 1/2 inch aluminum plate?
Correct.
Because I could imagine some softer stuff just bending right over.
Yeah, and also this is a 5086, which is a marine grade, so it's resistant to corrosion. Where if you use anything below 5000 series, the salt water is going to.
Is marine grade, if you had to say, like if this was not marine grade, would it be half as much to buy a non-marine grade? Like the raw material cost?
Yeah.
Is it like double?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So the salt water.
Salt water would etch through it. The entire bottom, the transom, the sides and the bottom of the boat are all 5086.
I got you.
Which is the top of the line marine grade aluminum.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a whole nother bay.
Yeah, we originally just took this part of the building, and after being in here a year, we realized that we needed the other part, and we didn't want to have neighbors over here.
Gotcha.
So we decided to take this part of it too. So this is where we store our forklifts, but this is an interesting project. That's
definitely wider.
Yeah, this is a 3010.
Okay.
So this is the smallest boat that we build at this time.
Oh wow.
And
it just looks big from the front. So you're saying this is almost the same as the one we just looked at. That's 99%.
Yeah, it's just 4 feet shorter.
I got you.
Yeah. And this is totally flat bottom. So this is for really shallow draft.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's completely flat bottom, so it's not meant for speed. It's meant for really shallow deliveries.
Very cool.
So the interesting thing about this one is this is actually, we have an internship program going on. The boat that we were on last night is Northwest Indian College, and they have a internship program. And so we actually have 2 students from the Northwest Indian College that are building this boat. They're going to learn, and they came in here not knowing anything. And when they leave here, they will have done all of the fabrication, all of the wiring, all of the install, complete to the launch.
Very cool.
So they'll have all of that information. And then they graduate when this boat's finished.
Wow.
And then we'll bring on 2 or 3 other students, for
like a rotation.
Yep, rotation, yeah. Bring them in.
So the welds on this, I noticed, I'll walk up to one over here. When guys are doing stainless, they have they call it walking the cup.
Oh.
To get that bead to go across. What do you guys call it in aluminum welding? Is it have a term?
It's called oscillation.
Okay.
Yeah, oscillation. So the kind of welding that you referred to is probably TIG welding.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, this is MIG wire feed.
Okay.
And so...
so it's a lot of skill.
Oh, yeah.
It's a feel, like the beads are so consistent that is not somebody that's, Now these new guys, there's somebody with them.
Yeah, that's right. We have an instructor. They do not do any of the...
structural welding.
Yeah, exactly. The real highly critical welds, they practice on a lot of the stuff that's non-critical, but they also do welding on the table.
I got you.
Test welding and stuff like that, but only a certified welder comes in and does the actual, critical welding.
Now, is that
That's the deck.
That's the deck, what you stand on?
Yeah. So
it's got extrusion.
Yeah, so we build it off of the boat because labor regulations, you can't have somebody in a confined space inside the compartment of the vessel.
So you make it here
open.
I got
that
you.
Way all the work can be done, all the tank install, the plumbing, the wiring, everything can be done without it being a contained.
I got you.
compartment. And then after everything's done, we'll put the deck on and weld it on.
So this is going to have the cab. This is the cab rails.
Yeah.
So this will actually have the cabs. We'll have the, what do you call it?
Jack's cab.
Jack's cab.
Yeah.
So it'll have the ability to move front and back.
Well, this one will not. That's because this is a spec boat. It's not for a customer. It's going to be up to their discretion whether they want a cabin or not.
I got you.
And so
'Cause I saw you have some that you can drive the truck on. You have like a remote control that goes in the truck.
Yeah.
So you can sit in the cab of the truck and run it.
Yeah, that's another patented product. That's the Max Helm, and this boat will have the Max Helm. So yeah, you can put a vehicle on here and bring the steering console inside the vehicle.
But you got to drive it like a British guy on the opposite side.
The other side, yes, yeah. So these you can run a Jack's cab on this rail system, but the main reason for this now is that this is a tie-down point, so you can put anchoring systems.
Okay.
Right here, hooks.
Is it the same rail?
Yep.
So down the road, if they decide to do it,
Exactly.
they could. Okay.
Exactly.
So it's expandable.
Expandable, yeah.
Now, is there access to all of that storage area?
Yeah, there'll be hatches, watertight hatches.
I didn't see that last night, but they were probably there.
Yeah, that's what those are.
I
Those would
got
be
you.
the watertight hatches. Yeah.
And then also, I remember on the side when the water would come up, there was drains. Are those cut in after?
Yeah, that's one of the last things that we put in.
What are those called? Just
Scuppers.
steppers?
Scuppers.
Scuppers.
Yeah.
Like with a K or a C? Scupper. I got you.
SCUPPER.
It's probably an old word. It's been around a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in the marine industry.
Yeah.
The old sailors had a lot of their lingo morphed over time. Like, we call that the gunnel.
The gunnel.
Yeah,
Because that's where the guns were?
that's where the guns were, but it was a gun wall.
I got you. And over
The wall
time.
of guns, on the old battleships
Gotcha.
and stuff. But over time, it became the gunnel.
So I noticed you have a brace on this as you're fabricating. Is that just to keep dimensions and
Yep.
you don't want any twisting and
Yeah,
warping?
absolutely. Yeah. So we brace everything off because when you weld, everything starts to move or wants to move, and so you have to brace it.
Probably learned that the hard way too.
Yeah.
How much flotation do you put in? Do you use poroform?
There's no flotation in these.
There's none?
No.
No.
What's flotation?
Other boats will use it as kind of act as additional support, and then it also, if the boat takes on water, that'll kind of prevent the boat from.
So it's like a foam?
It's meant for recreational fishing boats.
Yeah.
So that they're truly kind of unsinkable.
I got
You
you.
wouldn't want to be in them
bass
necessarily
boat is almost unsinkable.
because the whole entire frame or
They basically have
the hull
spray
is-
foam on there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's 16,000 pounds on that one we were yesterday. I don't know what kind of flotation you'd have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that there if that-
I know. Flex seal. That's what you need right there.
We have 3 watertight compartments. So you would have to breach 2 of those to make the boat sink.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
have it, but you don't have it like in.
Yeah, spray and foam is one of the no-nos when it comes to aluminum, especially the lesser marine grade, and which a lot of smaller boats are made out of the lesser marine grade, maybe a 50-52. But the problem is that if it does get moisture in it, then it can rot. And
The
so-
aluminum from the inside.
yeah, we've seen it happen where it looks really good from the outside, but you could take a pick and pick through the hull because it's rotting from the inside out. Yeah.
Can you tell me the story of how this started and the first one you built and how you ended up getting your first customer?
Well, the very first boat was, a recreational boat for myself. I just loved being on the water. And then, of course, somebody came along and said, "Where'd you get that boat?" I said, "I built it." They said, "Can you build me one?" And that's how the business got started. Then we moved into commercial fishing boats for Alaska. And we built...
Were those bigger?
Yeah, those are like 36 by 12 feet wide.
We're talking like Deadliest Catch type boats.
Yeah, not quite that big. Yeah.
But what type of fish? Halibut? Stuff like
salmon.
Salmon, okay.
Yeah, just what you're going to be experiencing, next week.
Yeah, and tomorrow, hopefully.
Tomorrow, yeah. And, but yeah, so it was for the salmon fishing industry out of Prince William Sound.
Okay.
And then, the commercial fishing industry, fluctuates a lot. And
So you had to deal with the seasonality of that.
yeah, and too, and the price comes up, and they want to build a lot of boats, and then the price will drop, and nobody's building boats. So somebody wanted a landing craft, and I decided to change up, and we built a customer landing craft. They really liked it, so we started, building another one, and then but the whole Max Gate came from, we had put some spikes on a hydraulic bow door so that it would just spike into the beach and hold itself. Well, through its design, it had a flaw that if you were lifting it up, it would push the boat off into the water.
I got
And I
you.
figured I needed to find a way to change the angle of these spikes, so I put them on a hydraulic pivot.
And you said those hydraulic systems are like agricultural grade,
Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
duty.
Yeah, and it's nothing exotic.
Like you'd have that in a John Deere tractor,
Yeah, you can go to the tractor supply store and pick up the parts that you
a fitting, a hose, whatever
yeah,
you need.
Yeah, and but that's where the MaxGate came from. Is I made the spikes articulating, and I thought maybe it will pull the boat or push the boat on or off the beach, and it did. And
I saw you operating 3 buttons. Are each of those buttons a forward, reverse, like a toggle front and back?
yeah.
And then you
One is
had-
actually the main power that turns on that system, and the other 2 are the ones that operate the door.
So really you have one for the door that toggles, like a rocker switch, and then you had one for the actual spikes. What do you
Yeah.
call those? Spikes?
Yeah, MaxGate spikes.
So you actually only had 2 switches. I know I said it last night. You look like a guy operating a backhoe or an
Right.
excavator.
It's the same thing.
It was all feel you were watching.
Yeah.
You weren't looking at your fingers.
Yeah.
You were watching what was happening out
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah, and that actually came from a show, about Alaska, where a barge had gotten stuck on a sandbar, and they had an excavator on board, and he reached over the side and he pulled the boat off of the sandbar, and I went, "That sounds like a good idea."
Yeah.
So that's where part of it.
I
There was
gotcha.
a bunch of experiences in my boating career that all.
But you put them together. You could see it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
Have you ever had a moment in this whole story? I mean, is this a 20-year-old business? How old is this business?
It's been 18 years now.
Have you ever had that moment where you're like, what the heck am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Oh, all the time.
And then, yeah.
Yeah,
Because sometimes the weight of it all gets heavy.
yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
And
And
how many guys you have here?
yeah, we have about 10
I got you.
steady right now.
I noticed they're not here today.
No, we work 4/10s.
Okay.
Yeah,
And today's Friday.
and today's Friday.
That's a good day for
So
a
they
tour.
got 3 days off.
The only downside is I didn't get any footage of them,
Exactly.
welding.
Yeah. I can send you some.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put some in there.
I did a little drone shoot before you guys came, and I flew the drone inside the shop and did some
Cool.
aerial
Thank
stuff.
you.
And I can send you that.
That'll
too.
save us some time.
But I can also do that when there's a bunch of
A
activity.
group of guys, yeah.
With people working around. Somebody's welding, somebody's installing, somebody's putting a zip tie on the axle of my truck.
So it makes noise?
Yeah.
I got you. So every time the the shaft runs around, you hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah. I was just before you came up, I was climbing under my truck looking for it, because my guys will routinely do that too.
I'll tell you this for free. That's a nice, mean trick to do your boss. It's such a neat, orderly, clean facility. I mean, you didn't clean this for me, though.
No.
It's this clean.
Yeah, Thursdays, the last hour of the day,
Gotcha.
everybody puts down.
Do they like the 410 shift? Having
Oh,
the
yeah.
3-day weekend?
Yeah, and you would be it would be a hard task to find a boat shop that worked on Fridays. It's really common in the industry.
Because they want to get out and get in their boat.
Yeah, and we're not a retailer, so we don't have to be at the storefront, you know. And so 410s, they want to get it out of the way, and they got an extra day.
Very cool. Now, were the cranes in here, or did you have to add those?
No, those were all in here.
Very cool.
But we're actually submitting a request to redo the entire building and get rid of the old ventilation system that's no longer being used. Used to have a lot of resin and toxic.
Oh, that's right, with
materials and
fiberglass.
stuff, and so they had to have a good evacuation system, but we don't need it anymore. And so we're actually petitioning to get rid of all that and then actually put in a better crane system that's more focused on boat manufacturing. Because right now it's not.
Yeah.
A little bit archaic.
And your system's still kind of unique. Like, it's not, you kind of have to build it custom anyways.
Right.
Your manufacturing design system. And now I noticed these are curved on the edge. How do you get that curve into it? I mean, it's like a C channel, right?
Oh, this
Yeah.
comes like that. This is an extrusion.
Okay, so you buy it, and it's got curvature to the boat. How do you get that in there?
Oh, that just goes in naturally.
I got you.
Yeah.
So it does kind of have a little flex.
Yeah.
But when you weld it to the body, it probably has no flex.
No. This is actually called hull stiffener.
Okay.
So this stiffens the hull. And we're one of the few companies that put these on the outside. A lot of companies will put them on the inside, but we think it's way more
I think it looks cooler on the
looks
outside.
cooler, and it's a good line of defense.
And you probably don't have to weld it as neatly if it's on the inside. You can get away with a little, maybe
right.
tack weld.
That's right.
You can't make it, you don't have to have it as pretty.
Right.
You put the beginning welders on those if they're on the inside.
That's right. Yeah,
This is probably your most experienced guys are doing
the
these.
guys that do anything that's highly visible are the best, the top line welders.
I got you. I figured. Well, this is cool, Tom. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you very much for coming out. This has been
Telling your story, getting your son out on the boat. That was impressive.
yeah. We had pancakes this morning. But we didn't use that syrup.
You used the one you had?
No, we
used the Ohio syrup.
Yeah,
Good.
And it was quite tasty.
Well, I like the fact now. This guy had syrup in his refrigerator and 2 jugs in reserve in his pantry. I felt like I was giving him something like, oh, he's going to like real maple syrup. He already likes real maple syrup. I just helped his stash. So these spikes here are 1 inch.
Yeah.
Now, do you cut this with do you have a jet or a
That's water jet.
water jet?
Yeah.
So that spike goes through here. And then you even have like supports on this 1 inch. Yeah, this baby can get a lot of torque on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I noticed
that. This is actually to give it more surface area, so that if you get
You're not just digging a hole.
Yeah, if you get in mud and sand, you get more surface. And then if it's really loose, you get down to the paddle.
I got
the
you.
tie bar, and it'll
So you learn that over time, or is that an accidental benefit that you didn't think about? Yeah.
Everything.
Sometimes you have those.
It's yeah.
And look at this is the hydraulics. So this moves the teeth or the spikes,
Yep.
and then this moves the gate up and down.
Moves the door up and down.
And you call this what kind? A max door?
Max gate.
Max gate.
Yep.
Cool.
Son's name is Max.
I love it.
Yep. Named that.
And he's 18, so about the age of the business.
Yeah, we could go into that story, but this is a family program.
Very cool.
But yeah, it's been it's been a long road. It was really pivotal when we got patents, because that's when we really started to notice things taking off.
Gotcha. Have you had to defend any patents yet?
Yeah.
Or just a letter usually does it?
Yeah, we've sent
99.9% of the time.
Exactly. We sent a letter, and the guy said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't have any idea that it was patented. Or
But the good thing is if they don't have any nefarious goals, you could work with them with your patent.
Absolutely. We actually try to turn it around and find out if they would like to be a license holder.
Gotcha. So you're actually helping them too.
Yeah, yeah. And
But if they're using your patent, it's your job to protect it and make sure the quality's up. And
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because if somebody believes that it's a MaxGate product and it doesn't work very well,
that'll hurt your
then it
brand.
tarnishes our brand. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So is there any lubrication points? Like I see a little bit of grease zerks here or grease on
Yeah.
some pivot points.
Yeah, this is actually these pivot points have a
Like a bushing.
self-lubricating bushing.
I got you.
Composite bushing inside. So you don't actually need lubrication.
Are they pressed in, or if they start wearing, I mean, an owner, this is pull a pin. I mean, it would not be hard to change a wear part with the way this is designed.
Exactly.
You can work on it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Even I could do that.
Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, so there's like a nylon bushing or something.
Yeah, it's called a composite self-lubricating bushing.
Very cool. And that'll it's composite, so the salt water's not going to bother that. Where if it was brass or anything else,
You can't have brass on an aluminum boat.
it'll cause some discoloration and some.
No, it creates electrolysis. It becomes
Oh, you guys were talking about that last
Yeah.
night. That you actually have something to protect the integrity of the aluminum. What's that called?
a galvanic isolator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's pretty important.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what the first thing we rip out of our hot water tanks when we get the electric hot water tank.
Yeah. So
But on the boat, you don't want to do
you
that.
don't want to do that. Yeah. So keep your zincs changed is another issue. If it's
So you actually have some maintenance on that galvanic exchange. You have to take out a anode or cathode on a regular basis.
That's a separate system.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
galvanic isolator, and then you have zinc, sacrificial anodes on the boat too. So it's dual duty.
Gotcha. This is very cool.
Yeah, it's just
So
lithium.
the boat we were on last night it's a both. What do you call it when it has
hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
So you had two electric outboards, and then you also have 100 amp alternators on the engines
Yeah. So
that would charge 48 volt.
Yeah. So it goes from goes to a step up. It's called a battery to battery charger, and it steps up. So it'll go from 12 volt, and then increase it to 48 to go to the charging system.
I got you. And a 48 volt battery, those aren't light.
No.
How much
But
do those
the
weigh?
Lithium ion
Okay.
batteries are, I think, don't quote me on it, but half of the weight of a
Of
lead acid.
a typical forklift battery.
Correct.
So, okay. And they're probably not cheap like a
No, they're not cheap.
lithium ion batteries are a lot more money than, and they probably don't require the maintenance of adding water like those forklift batteries. I got you.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
But once they go dead, they have to be.
Tell me about the technology you put inside of a cab. We can walk over to the cab because I see Garmin.
Yeah.
That's probably a GPS of some sort,
Yeah.
or is that more?
That's radar.
Okay.
But we call ourselves a Garmin shop. Virtually all the electronics, navigation, and so forth, we put in the boats is Garmin products.
Okay. So they're not just, GPS companies like we had, when my wife and I first got married, we buy a Garmin so we know where we go. We go on trips. This is a little different than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big, probably to send information or receive information.
Well, that right there is radar.
Okay.
So that's just sending out radar waves, and bouncing off of objects to tell you if, in the fog, if you're approaching another vessel
I got you.
and stuff. But this boat also has AIS, which broadcasts other boats are broadcasting their position, and the Garmin AIS will pick that up, and it'll show you on your GPS screen where that boat is.
Does it show you kind of the size of the boat too?
Tells you the size of the boat. You can go in deeper and find out what its cargo is.
A good friend of mine said you got to yield to tonnage.
That's one. Yeah, Because a lot of the big boats don't have brakes.
Yeah.
And
So even if you have the right of way, you might want to consider.
Use your discretion.
Yeah.
Do I really want to push this?
Yeah, you'll be right, but you could be dead right.
Right. Exactly. Good one.
So this is one of those access ports
Yeah.
to get down inside.
Yeah. I don't have any lights on.
I just put one on my phone here.
Okay. Yeah. So this is your typical dash just prior to
Oh, it's the door.
Yep.
delivery.
So here's the switches I was talking about earlier. One of them's power on,
Yep.
and then the other two are basically controlling
Door
the
and
two.
spike.
Yep, the
Yeah.
door and the spike. Does it say that? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Spikes in, spikes out, baby.
Yeah.
Max gate enable. How about that? Looks cool. What was this? This has something to do with the engine.
Yeah. That's just a Honda display.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So that's just
Maybe
all
telling
the
you RPMs.
data from the engine. It tells you fuel burn, speed. Remaining fuel, remaining distance. And because of the NEMA 2000 network, everything is now integrated.
Okay.
So everything's talking. So the NEMA 2000 will allow the Garmin to speak to the engines.
Wow.
And so you can broadcast whatever is on this screen onto your navigation screen. You can split the screen 4 ways and have different data on different locations on the screen.
Now, I noticed yesterday when I was in the cab how nice this paint is.
Yeah,
It's like it's got a little texture.
Yep,
Is this just, you spray it, brush it?
it's sprayed on.
Okay.
And this is something that we hire out. We contract out.
Because they're doing it every day.
That's right. That's right. They're professionals, and this is called this product is called Zolatone. And so it's pretty common in the marine industry for doing interior coatings.
That little remote control there, is that how you were moving
Yeah,
completely
that's
sideways yesterday?
Yeah, that's called the Optimus 360, and it's a joystick system. And that's we actually don't even sell boats without them anymore.
Because it's so nice for maneuverability.
It's unbelievable.
It's like a it's like having self-parking for your vehicle, but
Exactly.
this way you can maneuver right in.
Yeah.
I mean, you were moving completely sideways yesterday,
Yeah.
but with how long was that boat?
42.
A 42-foot boat, and you were just moving like this.
Yep, crabbing.
And that was it's called crabbing?
Yep.
And that's what that does.
That's what that does. It also has virtual anchoring, so you can push a button and it's got a GPS.
It'll keep you there.
and it'll keep you on location.
Oh, wow.
So if you come up to a fuel dock and there's other boats and you're waiting, you just push.
You don't
those
have to
2
worry
buttons
about
and
it.
You just sit back and.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Is that running the electric motors?
No.
Or that's running the
That's
gas engines?
Yeah.
Very cool. And that was the throttle you were hitting yesterday when you wanted to really go.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main throttle. And there's just 2 stations. This can do everything that can do.
And then miles per hour, that's the only thing I can kind of think of. I mean, you really can move with this thing.
Yeah, this boat will probably do 40 miles an hour.
And it weighs 12,000 pounds?
Yeah, it's probably about 10 or 12,
Gotcha.
depending on how many people are in.
I got
They
you.
typically use this boat with 8 people, 4 adults and 4 kids.
And then I noticed even the chairs had a little bit of a,
Suspension.
kind of like our Freightliner,
Yeah,
a little air ride.
Yeah, these are all suspension seats, and that's everybody.
It makes it nice.
Yeah.
I made note of even your doors, the windows, how they open. There's a little thumb screw, and it's very articulate in how it's designed. You can move it, set it, and lock it in place. It'll lock automatically if you slide it. So that's from your vendor.
Yeah, that's from a company called Diamond Sea Glaze out of BC, Canada.
And then this was the Garmin. This would be the display.
Yeah,
Right
that's
here.
the Garmin display. It'll
Cool.
give all your information.
Very cool. So this guy, is this for putting gear in? Like if you had or is this for?
Replace Maxwell
I got you for the crab
for
pots.
pulling crab pots.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So so it actually will motor it up for you.
Yeah. You just put the line through this and turn it on, and it just pulls it
This is
up.
for guys like our age.
Yeah,
When you're this age, they are the crab pot puller. Right here.
that's
Yep.
right.
That's a crab pot puller. That's a crab pot puller. Is this a telephone pole manufacturer?
That's correct.
I mean, that's no joke.
No, those are.
That probably goes down there a ways too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a
What
huge.
kind of lumber is that?
I believe that's Douglas fir or pine.
And then they got to treat it so it doesn't just rot in the ground.
Yeah, yeah. They have a treatment facility over there. But I'm not a wood guy, so I
Sure.
think that it's Doug fir or pine.
And they're probably 30, 40 footers.
Yeah,
They look small from here, but I'll bet you they're not.
yeah. They're probably a lot bigger. Oh, here it is.
Bob Marley? Ah! Who made this for you?
My customer in Greenland.
That's cool.
He's a character, and this is done by AI.
Yeah.
He said, make a song about Tom Day and the Max Gate.
I would love to have this. I can fit this in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a closing song.
yeah, yeah.
This is a perfect closing song.
I'll send that.
He'll like it too.
Innovations born from a clever mind. Tom Day's vision leaves the rest behind. His vessels roar with a mighty tone, a legend's name in the shipyard zone. Max Gate rise and roll so smooth, landing crafts that prove the groove. From the ocean to the land you glide, hard drive marine makes waves worldwide, riding waves and conquering the shore. The Max Gate opens up a brand new door. Seas may rage, but it won't back down. Tom's designs wear the victory crown. Oh, blueprints drawn with the steady flair, every boat placed with utmost care. From the tides to the docks they rule. Tom Day is the captain of Innovation School.